everyone, I hope you don't mind if I do another one of these exchange story videos. This is another exchange story that I had that took me a little while to process, and I just decided that for the people wondering what had happened, that I would explain that. So, in case you didn't watch the first one, I went to Japan. That's not how you spell it. I was supposed to go to Japan for 5 months, but 5 months turned into 10 months. Now, I think it was about the second month in, I was riding the train, and we rode the train every day. It was quite packed in the morning from everyone going to school, but it still was pretty fun for me. I remember one day, doors opened in the stop right before my school, and I was on the train in my school uniform, and a man walked onto the train, and I'd never seen him before, and it was interesting because he was wearing a bright yellow hat, kind of like the kind some Japanese school kids wear. I think he must have been maybe a contractor or something. Maybe he was doing something outside where he needed to be seen. He looked at me, wide-eyed. He just stared at me like I was, a blonde girl on the train. What the heck is this? And so I kind of laughed to myself, and I just kind of waved at him. I kind of blame myself for all this happening because I made this gesture to him, because I was the one who waved. Now, for the next couple of days, I would see him. He would get onto the train, and we would never make eye contact really. He would just, come and sit down somewhere near me, and I didn't really think much of it. But it started to get more weird than that. I missed the train one day, so I was running on a delayed schedule, and I was riding one car down from where I normally ride. He was standing on the platform, and I saw him, and he got onto the train and was looking around like he was looking for something. He saw me, and he then proceeded to walk into the train car that I was in. And I thought that was a little strange, but he stand by me, and we just never talked. This went on for a few weeks, and I was surprised to see him every single day as he would stand next to me on the train. But things escalated very quickly. One day, I got off the train, and he would always ride train past where I got off. I got off those legs. I got off the train, and so did he. And I thought that was odd, because he'd never gotten off there before. And so, my school, the train station was here. You had to walk up, down the street. There was a street here you had to cross. Walk down, department store here. This is probably 5 minutes. Department store here. There was a long road here. There were actually 2 ways to get there. You could turn down this street, or you could go straight down their street, and this was the school. The whole thing probably took 10 minutes. Oh, you can't see, sorry. But the whole thing probably took 10 minutes to walk. He followed me. Well, okay, let's go back. when we first got off the train, there is a set of, there's an escalator right next to a set of stairs. Normally I would take the stairs just because, you know, I like that, but I was so afraid of why he was following me that when I saw two of my Japanese friends going up the escalator, I ushered my way right into the middle of them. He stopped when he saw I'd gotten on the escalator and turned to take the stairs because the escalator was quite crowded and he couldn't be near me. He took the stairs. Oh my gosh, I keep drawing these legs bad. My apologies. I thought that was weird. And then he like got up and waited for me to get off the escalator. He was shy, but I could tell he was trying to make conversation with me. We had never spoken to each other before, and I was kind of worried. Anyway, there is a takey, like a booth on the subway, for those who don't know, that you have to scan your card and it takes money off. So you can go out of the subway and pay for the ride. And he stopped for a second before going right behind me. And he scanned his takey out. And he paid however much it cost to follow me out onto the street. So we, can you still see that? Yeah. So we got out of the station and we were walking, and I would speed up and he would speed up, and I would slow down and he would slow down, and he kept very good pace with me. And I got scared because this guy who I don't know is following me, and he's gonna know where I go to school. I should have thought, of course, by this time that I was already wearing my school uniform, so he kind of already knew where I went to school. But maybe he didn't know the actual physical location of the school, and I was definitely not about to give it to him. Because then, like, what if he comes by the school and meets me after school, like, outside the school? Like, no, not having it. So, he followed me for a while, and I thought, I cannot go to school. Like, I don't want him to know where I go to school. So I ducked into the department store. The department store was pretty big. It had 2 stories, and I just needed to get away from this guy. Lo and behold, he entered the department store after me. I kid you not. I was weaving in and out of aisles. I went upstairs, I circled around, I went back downstairs, circled around. And what this guy didn't know, probably, because he didn't live around here was my guess, was there was a front entrance and there was a side entrance. And so I diddled around inside the store and then made a beeline for the side exit and ran the rest of the way to school. After that, I was scared. And I got to school, and I was out of breath, obviously. And my friend asked me what was going on, that I looked really scared. And I told her. She was the first person that I told what was going on to. And she said, "You have a stalker." And I felt bad, because, like, who was I to think he was a stalker? Like, there's plenty of people who take the exact same train to work every day. But he didn't take that train to work until he saw me on the train. And he always wanted to be in the same trolley as me. And then he followed me out of the train station almost halfway to my school. And I was worried. What do I do? she wanted to tell my family and tell the principal and just get some teachers on our side. And I was kind of against it, but she did it anyway. My family, knowing Japanese culture and stuff, agreed with her that I had a stalker and it wasn't safe for me to take that route to school anymore. So I changed lines that still got off at the same station, but we wouldn't physically see each other. My train would come in from here, his train would come in from here, and I wouldn't be on the platform when he got there. I would be on the other platform, which was downstairs. And then I'd have to make my way up 2 sets of stairs to go out. I still feel bad about this guy, because I truly don't think he meant to freak me out so badly. And the school took it really seriously. I gave them his description, really thin, with his yellow hat. But what if he was just a man going to work every day? You know, I'm the one that waved to him first. Maybe he thought I wanted him to follow me. Like, maybe he thought I wanted to have a relationship with him. Maybe I led him wrong. It was scary. But now that I look back on it, I kind of just laugh about it. I tend to do that a lot. Because of all the stories to tell, what a crazy story. And I never saw him again. And I will never see him again, realistically. And as far as I'm concerned, nothing happened to him. And I never saw him outside again, on the pavement, on the sidewalk, which tells me that he didn't work around my school, because if he would have, I would have seen him. I knew quite a few people who you see on the train every day. And so I really just hope that he knows I'm sorry. And that he knows if he really wants a relationship with someone, he should just approach them and not be creepy. And maybe he'll learn to get some of his social anxiety out of the way. But that was the stalker I had for 3 months. I'm sorry, Yellow Hat Man. I hope you are doing good and that you have... Well, I'll leave it there. Thanks for watching.